One of the most unlikely pop music stars in the world, Jack Johnson, just wrapped up his summer tour. The mellow hitmaker refuses to tour in the winter because that is when the best waves roll into his native Hawaii. And he is unique in another way, an artist trying to redefine the raucous image of bands on the road and hoping fans leave his shows with more than just his songs in their heads.
If I had eyes in the back of my head.
Like fish tanks and campfires, Jack Johnson has a natural way of lowering your blood pressure.
I heard this old story before, the people keep on killing for the metaphor.
In an age of hip-hop and teen pop, it is striking that an unplugged and barefoot 33-year-old can top the charts.
Who's to say what's impossible?
But the Hawaiian's path to fame is just as novel. As a surfing prodigy, he taught himself guitar on waveless days. Bootlegs of his ballads became a favorite on the islands, and before long, he was touring the world. But for an earth lover who'd rather be on a wave than a stage, that wasn't all good.
As it got bigger, then we were on a bus, and then there was a couple of buses, and when we had a bigger crew, and then there's trucks for bringing the gear around, and just one day I kind of looked out back, behind the venue and realized we have a pretty big footprint when you look at the thing.
After seeing Neil Young and Willie Nelson power their buses with biofuel, Jack decided to take it to the next level. He built a solar-powered studio and began using his rock star leverage to demand a carbon-neutral tour. Most bands request expensive whiskey or green M&Ms in their dressing room. Jack has a different kind of contract rider. He asks for recycling stations and green buffets.
All the lettuces, all the vegetables, squash blossoms, everything you see back here, we got from local farms. The seafood's local.
The tour t-shirts are organic cotton, and the venues must promise to offset their electricity use by investing in wind power or protecting a rainforest. Rock and roll is supposed to be about excess and throwing TVs out of hotels and smashing guitars. You don't have that urge in you somewhere?
No, that's the misconception is that we're rock and roll, If we have any fans that think of us as rock, they'd be really let down if they came backstage and saw our kids kind of all playing out in the hallways and, everybody recycling and drinking out of reusable bottles. It's very...
Along with Johnson, Dave Matthews, John Mayer, Maroon 5 are just a few of the acts working with a green tour company called Reverb, founded by Guster guitarist Adam Gardner.
Rock and roll excess, I think, maybe is on its way out, which is just fine by me. I think you're seeing more and more artists realizing that it doesn't make sense. It's a waste, both environmentally and financially.
You gotta do it good.
Gardner's group also helped build Jack's touring Village Green, where fans who carpool to the show get perks, learn about issues, and sign a petition or two. But watching them file past, you wonder, how many listen to the message once the music stops? As a music fan, when a musician tells you to recycle, what's your reaction?
Honestly, I probably don't pay that much attention to it.
Those folks, I guess, it's a little bit of preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Do you think you're changing minds for other folks who just come to listen in because they love your music?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I always think preaching to the choir is important, too, to kind of reiterate to kids that it is cool and it's okay and it's not geeky to think about this stuff, and so they don't fall off track and things.
Do you think a song can still change the world?
The song can't, but the people who hear the song sometimes can.
Stories across the sky.
We're not going to change the world, me or the band or our little crew, but when you take the thousands of people we play to every night, and when they all start taking action and everybody starts to kind of work together, and it's just a big growing wave, I think everybody does their little part. So in that way, music can change the world.
Very mellow.
It's all about the wave, right?
All about riding a wave. He does have a zen-like serenity about him. Good guy.
In a flash, be the first to know what's coming up on Good Morning America tomorrow with the GMA Daily Flash email. All the great insider details you want to know from GMA. Go to abcnews.com, click the GMA page, and sign up for the Daily Flash. And you can even enter to win the weekly GMA Flash gift bag giveaway. Sign up now.